Hello and happy Friday, everyone. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back to my channel and following me on my budgeting journey as I am becoming debt-free. So today we're going to take a look at the expenses from January 8th through the 14th. I also got paid today, so we need to budget out my paycheck for the next couple weeks because I don't get paid again until the 28th. So we need to tell the money what I need it to do for the next couple weeks. And let's jump into it. So the first thing that we need to do is make sure that I have all my transactions in, get my paycheck added, because that is one thing that I don't have pulled in. If you watched my very first video when I set up my budget, I don't have any of my transactions pulled in because to me it would be on autopilot, and it would turn into a budget that just basically runs itself, and I would just be running into the same situation that I've been in for many, many, many years of not knowing where my money's going, not knowing what bills have been paid and everything. Like I said in that before, I use a zero-based budget. This helps me along with my planner, as my planner holds all of my expenses. And because I also use sinking funds as well. So right now I'm in my household checking and it looks like I'm negative, and that's just because I have not put in my my paycheck yet. So the first thing that I want to do is take a look. In the last time that I did a check-in, I did mention that the Xfinity bill was due on Saturday, and as you see, that has come out. So I can go ahead, clear out the Xfinity because that is taken care of. I'm going to go ahead, add my transaction to get my paycheck in here. So how is everyone? I hope you guys are doing well and staying warm. I know where I'm at. Last week we were in the negative numbers, and so far this week we have been positive in that temperature wise. So it's been nice. I've been able to get outside a little bit. And so we need to deposit $1,190.43. So I'm going to go ahead, save that down. And now that that's been taken care of, I automatically have a transfer. Every time I get paid, I do have $25 that's taken out. I meant to reset up this reoccurring transfer from checking to savings. I wanted to see if I could do $30 this year. I haven't had a chance to figure out if that is a possibility. So hopefully, as we're working through the budget, we can see if we can bump this up by $5. But for right now, the bank automatically transferred the $25. So I will go ahead and clear that out. So that basically takes care of my transactions. Just double checking. Let's see. I do have to put in a Cub bill because, well, it's our groceries. My son needed some more snacks. Again, this seems to be a thing where we're not getting enough snacks in the house to last until Friday, because Friday's usually when I do my grocery shopping. that the school encourages like healthy snacks, so I end up getting like apples, grapes, fruit, and stuff along those lines. So I try to keep. I guess when I shop for his snacks, I keep it pretty simple just because I don't want to end up having any of it go bad. But maybe I will have to just know that midweek we'll have to do a quick run because I do pick up groceries, like I said, here on Friday. So that lasted 1, 2, 3, or well, Friday. So 3 days. And I know when he gets home from school, he also goes after the snacks as well. So I guess this Friday or today, I guess, when I go grocery shopping, I will try to pick up a few more things and see if it lasts until next Friday. He is off of school today and Monday, so I don't have to worry about those 2 days. So I just need 1, 2, 3, 4 days worth of snacks for this week. So let's go ahead and get that put in. And that was $44.67. So I'll go ahead, save, and then I can clear out that receipt out of my household envelope. And let's see, I do still have cash in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I still have my $5. I have not spent that. So that'll go back in there. And the only other cash envelope that I'll have to worry about this month is on the 27th when my car insurance is due. So I'm not gonna deal with anything yet until we get closer to it. So that is taken care of. Paycheck. Yes, we can go ahead, clear that. And we can clear the Cup Foods and the Xfinity is taken care of. Okay, so everything is done for that. Going to the checking, we can go ahead, clear out those. And now if we go into the budget, there you will see my paycheck is ready to assign. And as always, my immediate obligations are what I have to take care of. So from today through the 28th is what I'm looking at. So I have my car and I have BND that will have to be budgeted for out of this paycheck. Like I said, this car insurance, I do have a sinking fund, so it's a matter of just getting that money in there and accounting for it. And my Fed loans, as far as I know, they are on hold. And I did receive an email letting me know who the new provider was. I forgot to write that down. So next time I will update the Fed loan to the new provider. So this way, when they do start taking money again, that information is accurately being reflected. So today is car and BND. So that would be under my transportation. And I do need to put in 454.05. And then debt payment is, when I was doing the setup in my very first video, as you see, I do have 3 loans with BND, and that was because every quarter that I registered ended up being a new loan, and I am down to just these last 3 with them. I'm hoping to get them paid off as soon as I can, because unfortunately they are a big source of my stress, because when I look at what I paid and I look at my statement, the interest and everything just does not seem to come out. And so I'm not really sure what they're doing in that as far as charging interest, because one of the big things that I don't understand with them is the day I make a payment, they charge interest. And then a week or two after that, they charge another set. And then right before they take my payment, they charge another interest. So I end up being charged interest anywhere from 3 to 4 times a month on each loan. So I'm not exactly sure. I've called them, I've asked them to explain that to me, and they could not. There was a supervisor that I was talking to, and he was supposed to call me back, and he never did. So I'm thinking about either trying to get this consolidated or see and that if I can move this information to a different bank, or if they will explain to me the way that their interest works, because it is not making sense to me. Okay, so right now, with my immediate obligations being taken care of, now let's look at some of the household expenses that need to be taken care of. So all that is done. I do have to put in to fill my laundry card so I can do laundry. I will do $25 there. And I don't have to worry about my renter's insurance, as that is a sinking fund. And I had just paid that on the 3rd of this month. So I don't have to start putting money into this until next month to have the full balance that I do need by next year. So everything within my housing that has been taken care of. The Xfinity phone, I do have extra dollars in there because I'm trying to build this up as well, so I can get that phone paid off, and this actually reflect my phone bill itself, because I only pay about $14 or $15 a month for the actual use of my cell phone. So most of this is paying off the phone. So that's taken care of. Next is food. I do need to take care of that. As you see, I do have some overspending. So I do, every 2 weeks, I budget out 150. So I will put that in there. And so I am about halfway for my spending for the month, or for the next 2 weeks. I might add a little bit in there just because of this extra run that I've been doing on Wednesdays. We'll see, and where I'm at with this come next Friday, because if I have to, I can always move some money around and make that adjustment. Transportation. So the car is funded. I do have $10.50 in there. I'm going to go ahead and add in another 25. And that should be plenty for when I do need to fill up, because I do fill up my gas tank when I'm at a half a tank. just because it does get cold here and I don't want my gas line to freeze, or if for some reason, if my gauge is wrong, which I've never had that happen, but I've heard of other people where that has happened to them, where they think they have a certain amount of gas and all of a sudden their gauge is wrong and they run out. So I've never run out of gas, and that is like one of my worst fears is getting stranded, running out of gas with my son. I do have AAA, so if that ever does happen, I do have assistants that I can call to have them help me. But I just rather never be in that situation. So whenever I'm at a half a tank, I always go fill up. Maintenance for my car, I do need to start putting money away into that sinking fund. So I'm going to save my $30. And car insurance, that is due on the 27th. Like I said, I do have the money for that. I just need to get that pulled in and accounted for. And we need to edit that because, as you guys know, I did get that email from my insurance agent letting me know, instead of paying the $540.70, that they're only going to charge me for 6 months of $515.80. And that was because I signed up for a app that they offer, Know Your Drive. So I'm getting the full 20% on that as a discount, along with the insurance. My credit rating had also gone up. So that is also dropping my cost in that for my car insurance. So I'm going to go ahead every 6 months. It is due on the 27th. So let me get that switched over. Okay, so save that down. Now that is reflecting. And another sinking fund, we will go ahead and do 1667 because where I do live, I do have to pay my registration. They're called car tabs. So I do have to pay that every year. And I do have that scheduled to have $200 by December 1st, just to make sure that I do have the money in time. That takes care of that, and collapse that. Oops. Debt payment, okay. That's just the loans, quality of life. To stay on track, this is another sinking funds. This year is about being healthy, financially, mentally, physically. So I have started doing the Beachbody on demand. And that, so I do pay that on a yearly as well. And so to have my 106.30, I do need that by July of this year, July 21st. So I'm on track by putting away the 1519. Hair, nails. My son does need a haircut. I will go ahead, put $25 there. Just for fun. I won't put anything in there. Future debt. Wait, my subscriptions. And I know that my Netflix isn't due until after I do get paid again, but I'm going to go ahead, put the money in there, just so when I do get paid on the 28th at $9.65, I can go ahead and put that somewhere else. So that leaves me 130.51. Okay, and go ahead. And these are all my sinking funds. So this is rule 2 in that embracing your true expenses. So right now I'm making sure that when these bills come due, I'm not having to reach for a credit card or trying to figure out how I'm going to come up with the money for these. Rule 2 is really what used to destroy my budget and um, overdraw my bank account and just really wreak havoc on my budgeting because I would forget about them. And that is one thing between keeping um, a planner and then using YNAB. And so, of course, in my planner, in that I because I keep this out because I'm always looking at like my weekly to-dos and stuff. So it keeps me on track there. And also when I go to the stores or anything like that, instead of doing the old habit of looking at my bank account and then doing some quick math and running the risk of forgetting a bill or anything along those lines. Now I pull up my YNAB on my phone and I can actually see what I have put aside for that spending. So this way, none of my yearly expenses, that doesn't sneak up on me anymore. I have really grown to learn my spending habits and where my pitfalls were. And I'm hoping to grow even more and learn more about my spending and what my triggers are. And um, really just, like I said, my biggest debt that bothers me is the BND, the school loans. Um, and that is a huge stressor for me. So I'm really, really focusing on getting rid of that as soon as I possibly can. Um, so let's go ahead, take care of the radio expense. So as you see, I'm on track there. I'm on track. Um, and so that leaves me the 29.88. And with that, I will go ahead and so it does look like I can possibly do the 30 a month. I'm a little short, but, or I'm sorry, 30 out of each paycheck. So that's $60 a month. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna put it down in medical. 29.88 divided by 3. Okay. So 9. Okay. So this basically, this medical is if my son and I, if we have medical insurance, but just in case if something was to happen and I needed to pay out of pocket for like a doctor, hospital visit, prescriptions, anything like that. Also, and that my son has glasses and my vision care does not cover all of the expense for his glasses. So I do need to have some money put aside for when we go for his yearly exam. And if he needs new glasses, we can go ahead and get those for him right away. Just double checking, guys, just to make sure that everything was covered and that I don't leave money on the table. So I am at zero. We did budget out for the household savings. We did take care of some true expenses along with and at the household. So I think that will wrap us up, guys. And thank you so much for hanging out with me today as I go through my budget. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video. If you enjoyed my video, I would appreciate if you hit the like button. Until next time, guys, take care and be safe. Bye.